Jack Vapour, I love my new device. I love the way it came in a beautiful black sophisticated envelope. I like that. I love the way that it came in a box that I could open even with my funny hand. It was very easy to unpack your device, your Series B DNA 75 watt mod. I like the way that it's got the same magnetic cap on the back for when you want to put your battery in. It doesn't come with a battery. It's beautifully made, it's beautifully finished, it's comfortable to hold, it's got lovely big clicky buttons, it's got a beautiful large window. Perhaps that's the wrong way round. And I don't know if it disappears in the sunshine, but it might not. It's not got the up and down buttons like most mods at the bottom. It's got one button there, clicky button, that to the right you click up, to the left you click down. To lock your settings, you simply hold the button in. So it's very easy to work with one hand, which is virtually all I've got. You know, I'm doing a really bad review here. I'm not well, and I haven't been able to vape properly for the last, all over Easter, because I've had such horrible lungs. Or rather, I haven't. My lungs seemed to be all right. My nose streamed. My face I had a sick face. Eyes streaming, sore ears, sore neck and everything. And I found if I vaped at a strong wattage, I made myself cough. So I've had to cut right down on the power in vaping. And then I managed to have little vapes. Because of course only death would stop me vaping. So there's a 6-month warranty on this device and the chip. Remember the chip that people rave about because it's so good. And this device has been designed, I don't know whether it's been made in, but it's been designed in the UK, in Scotland. So I think it's grand. It has lots of features I would never use. But if you are somebody who's interested in vaping or is vaping at a more sophisticated level, this new Series B DNA 75 watts has got everything built in that you might need. But if that's your thing, I'm telling you, it's got an Evolv DNA 75 watt chipset in it. You can connect this to the internet and update or set your user preferences and all that stuff. You can set your own personal settings on it without connecting to the internet. It's a temperature control device. So if you vape at high temperatures, you can control what it's going to do for you. So it's 1 watt to 75 watts maximum. The output power is 2 volts minimum or 6.2 volts maximum. I usually vape on 5, but let me tell you that I can't see how you can see the volts on this device or reset the volts on this device because it's so automatic. It does everything for you except vape for you. All those instructions are on this amazing, and I really did like this little instruction manual. Beautiful English, everything you could possibly wish to know about the device you've just bought. So I like that too. The S22 looks very nice on top of it. but I've been sick. I really have been terribly sick, so I'm vaping at a very low wattage. I have tried sub-ohming on this, but I actually, excuse me, have to vape with everything turned down and even the airflow closed, otherwise the vapor is overwhelming. This came the day I didn't feel so good. The next day I felt worse. The next day I felt absolutely terrible. The next day I went to bed. I was in bed for several days, and this morning is the first morning that a little bit of life is flowing through my veins. So I thought, Jack Vapour, to tell you that this is a really, really good device. You haven't got my best review. In fact, my reviews are different to everybody else's, I notice, because I'm not a techie. I don't speak the language. I only know what I like and what I don't like. The way it came, easy. The way it's packed, easy. The way it looks, beautiful. The way I can work it with one hand, easy. With all Jack Vapour stuff, you cannot fault the quality. So with this device, when you put a new tank on, it tells you new tank, and you have to say yes. I even like the S22 on it, though you know my thoughts about the S22. The whole thing about this is wonderful for somebody who's disabled. And even if you don't know what you're talking about, which is like me, everything you need to know is here in this little book. So my first impression's great. I wish I could use it properly. And I have played it with it while I've been in my sick bed. But having flu is not the best condition for enjoying vaping. So thank you so much for vaping with me.